Hello everyone, Ali Khan is here again. Today is my actually fifth class on LVM. So I'm gonna tell you today about Linux swap space. So let's see what is swap space is. So swap space is a space on a hard disk that is substitute of physical memory. It is used as a virtual memory which contains process memory image. Whenever our computer runs short of physical memory, it uses its virtual memory and store information in the memory. Um, let me tell you a little bit layman term, right? Uh, Normally, when process is run, it runs in the memory. But if the server is if server have a lot of process and memory become full, then Linux use some of the disk space as a memory and swap the paging, swap the informations, process informations based on priority. So to 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 better performance, we have to configure swap space in Linux. And as a matter of fact, sometimes applications also suggested to create swap space and how much swap space you have to create. That's that suggestion also come from the applications. However, so that's why you might have to you have to create the swap space, extend the swap space, reduce the swap space. Sometimes it's you have to do it as a system admin. So I'm gonna create a swap space using LVM, extend the swap space using LVM, reduce that swap space using LVM, create and delete a file swap system. I'll tell you why sometimes you need a file swap system, swap space, uh, and how to create or delete a disk swap. Discuss about most important parameters of the swap space, that is swappiness. So, okay, without further delay, we better start practically so that it will be easier for you to understand. So again, I have a box, right? So since I'm going to create a LVM swap space, so I have to, I need, definitely I need space, right? Definitely I need disk. So let's see what disk I have in my box. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I have one raw disk. I haven't done anything this disk, and there are two partition disks here already, right? Two partition disk. Under this disk, one partition, under this other partition. So what we can do, first, one thing I can do, a, I can create a volume group and then logical volume, and then I create that logical volume as a swap space. Okay, so pv create slash dev slash, say, take this one. So successfully created pv. So next time is bg create, say, let's say create vg underscore swap with this disk. Okay, now we have to create lv, right? lv create minus l, say for example 2.5g, and 2.5g and minus n, say LV underscore swap, and from just we create the VG, this one, right? So from this VG, sorry, you have to reduce these things. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, so LV swap, we just created a swap space. So now if you see these VGs, I have one VG and one VGs I have. Okay, that's fine. So this VG, what I have to do is I have to, let's see LVs, what LVs I have. Well, I have one LV also. So LV is already created. So now we have to make this LV as a swap. So how can we do it? We can do with the command mk-swap. But before that, I just wanted to show you that there is, we can see, is there any swap space is there or not? Free minus h. You see, this is our memory, but there is no swap space, 0, 0, 0, 0. So if I now we can create our swap space. We just, what we did, we created a volume group, then a simple, then a logical volume with LV swap. Now we have to make this LV as a swap space. Okay, so mk swap, and then this logical volume. Okay, so mk swap and this logical volume just created, we just created the logical volume, right? So what is the name of the logical volume? With the name, so VG DISPLA minus V. If you want to see what is the name of the logical volume, we can do this command, use this command also. So mk swap, this is the logical volume. We want to make this volume as a swap space, right? Okay, so enter. Now we make this volume group as a swap space. Now we have to activate it. Like how you activate? Swap on. Sorry. Swap on minus V, and then we have to add the logical volume. I mean, put the logical volume. So I'm gonna take. I'm just telling the system to activate the swap space. Now if we see H, you see 2.5 GB swap is created. Now if we want to make this swap permanent, we have to put an entry in etc tab like all other volume, a logical volume if you want to mount, right? You remember, I guess you remember, if you see my previous video, you can say that. So vi etc, before that we have to know, we have to know that what is the, this is the volume group, right? Swap space. So let's make it, okay, come here. Okay, just give me a second. So it will be easier for us to put the entry swap. We have to put this entry in the where? In the etc tab. Okay, come here. vi etc fs tab, right? That's the file. So come here, put the entry. So I just put the logical volume name, then swap, default, and 00. That's what we have to do. So now if I see free minus h, still there. So now it's permanent. The next step is what I'm gonna do. So we just created a LVM swap space. We didn't have any swap space. We just created 2 GB, 2.5 GB swap space. Now you've got a ticket that you have to increase 2 GB swap space in the. You have to extend the 2 GB swap space. That means 4.5 GB. Okay, let's see. But so first thing I have to do is I have to check how much space is free in my VG. So what is the VG name? We know that VG underscore swap is our VG name. If we look at that, we have only 508 MB free. So what we have to do, we have to extend our volume group. Okay, so let's see ls blk. You see swap space is there. Here is a VG underscore LVM is there, but I have another 3 GB space is free here. So pv create dev, and this one I can do that anytime, right? So pv is create, and then VG extend we can do VG extend. What VG? Because we have to extend the VG also, right? Create and then VG extend. What is the name of the VG? Here is the VG name, and we have to put this one. So what we did, we just extend the VGs. This time VG display, VG display. Okay, just don't worry. We can really use these things. VG display. We have the command, right? Okay. Now if we see that we have 3.4 GB free. So now as per your ticket, I can increase more 2 GB easily, right? So the first thing what we have to do, since we have to extend the logical volume, but it's under what? It's under it's basically now it's a swap space. So we have to, for the first command is we have to off the swap space. Then we just off the swap space. Now we can extend the logical volume of that swap space. Okay, so LV extend minus L plus 2G, then this one. So what I did, I just simply extend the file system. Okay, file system is resized. Cool. Now, since the file system is resized, what we have to do is we have to make the swap again, because we have to reformat the swap, right? So mks swap the logical volume one more time. We have to do it because we are extending, right? So do this. Now, so we extend the file system. We make swap, formatted the file system one more time because we are extending. Now it's done. Formatted as swap. We formatted the file system again, and then now we have to do swap on. Swap on minus v, and then logical volume. Now if we see 4.5, so 2 GB is extended already. So what we have learned is how to create a swap space using LVM, how to extend if required. Sometime even you might have to reduce the logical swap space. You know what, in practical in real world, sometimes people provided by mistake, huge space in a swap space. And you need free space. So then we sometimes what we do, we reduce some space from the swap and use it. So let's do it quickly. So if we want to reduce the swap space, the first thing is, again, we have to off the swap. Swap off the logical volume. So swap will be off. Okay. Now you have to reduce the LV. Say for example 1 GB we have to reduce, right? LV reduce. What is the command, right? L. How many space? I mean, we want to reduce 1 G. And the logical volume. Let's see what it says. Okay. So there is an error. I guess, yes, I know this error. This error is normally come with the Linux 9. So from Linux 9, you have to, if you want to reduce it, you have to force it actually. There is a reason that you can do other way around. I mean, you can inactive the volume group and then inactive the logical volume, and then you can do it. But or you can use force. That's a different story. I don't want to discuss it. It will be, I mean, session will be too long. So let's simply use the force command. I put it somewhere, force command. Let's see what is the command. Oh, let's see. Okay, this is the command. Okay, reduce minus fc or okay, lv reduce. Okay, let's see what is the command. What it's take. Lv reduce. Yeah, it's the same thing. We just ignore the things and then just put this command. This time, hopefully, it will work. Yes. So, what we did, we just, with a special command, it's if it is 8 and 7 version, you don't have to worry about this. You don't have to put this force. But with 9, you have to do it. In 8, you can easily reduce these things. But here, from 9, you have to use this fs ignore. Then it will work. So we swap off. We reduce the volume group 1 G. Now we have to do it again. MK swap. Swap. Which one? What is the logical name, volume name? This is the logical volume name, okay? MK swap. And now, you remember we off the swap, right? So we have to on the swap. Now if you see that, the 3 minus h, you see, we we are able to reduce the 1 GB space, and we can use this space somewhere else. That's possible also. So now we already know how to, using LVM, creating, extending, reduce LVM. Now sometime what happened, sometime when you, as per the, you know, your server is suffering for performance, and you need somehow, you know, that you need some swap space to extend the swap space, and you don't have enough time, or you don't have space disk in that case, but you have some space in a root volume. So what we can do, we can create quickly, uh, a file system swap. Sometime you might have to do that too. File system swap. How can we create the file system swap? That's we can see that, right? So there is a command called Kate. This is a command, right? Minus L. Say for example 1 GB. You want to create swaps. 1 GB file system created as a swap, right? So this is the command you have to do, and say swap file. Just do this command, right? So we create a swap file. Then I should say one thing here. If you don't have this allocate command, you can use dd command too. So I guess I put the dd command here somewhere. I'm not sure. You can you can use dd command to create the file system also. Swap file system also. Anyhow, so since I have the file allocator services there, I just created it. So now what you have to do is just make swap. Sorry, make swap. This command is very always important actually. No, before that, I guess you should change the permission slash swap file. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, actually, we better create under root directory. So file allocate minus L 1 GB, I just created it, and then we have to put the permission over there, and then mk swap, you know, same command, p swap, and this file systems. Just created a 1 GB swap file system, and you have to add, if you want to do it permanently, also you have to add in a entry in a etcfs tab. So let's go to the etcfs tab. vi etc sorry tab. Okay, go there. You can put entry. I put an entry over here too, so that it will be easier for us. You do not have to. Same thing, you know, same type of entry. Just this file. Oh no, sorry. Here I have to put the name, change the name, because I didn't use the same file, right? So what is the Q? What is this is the file. Okay, accept. This is the entry, right? If we do that, put the entry like this, and your swap space will be free. So if free minus h, so its swap space is 3.5 GB is there, right? I think I make swap, but I didn't do the swap on. So now if you see 1 GB again gain, but it's not showing that it's is it file system or it's LVM, but just increase. To see that, you can do slash swaps. If you go here, now you can see that 3 GB for LVM, and this is a file system for 1 GB. 3.5 is LVM, and 1 GB for LVM. You can see this. This is the file system. So you can there's another command that is cat swaps, so that you can see from here also. So we just created a file system swap space. Sometime you might have to do these things too. Normally these two are it's important. I mean, normally you might have to do this type of swap space nowadays, but you might have to do create a swap space with a disk, raw disk. That also we can do. So how we can do that? So see, let's see LSBLK. That's why I put it in a 5 GB raw disk here. It's just a disk. I didn't do any partition. So what I can do, I can make a partition with swap, and like the way we create LVM, right? We can create a with 8E, so we can create or Linux partition, or we can also create a swap partition. So we can create a swap partition and use that partition as a swap space. That's also sometime you might have to do it. So let's do with this disk, let's do f disk one more time. F disk, sorry, f disk dev, and this one. Okay, so new primary first partition sector, first sector, definitely this. Say for example we take it plus 2 gig. Okay, yeah, since we use this before, that's why it's saying that there's a signature. Yes, we want to delete this one. So now we have to change the type. What is the type of swap? We can see it with the L, right? I know it's 82, but let's see. Yeah, it's 82. So put 82 and W. So we just created 2 GB partition with swap. So F disk minus L, if we see that, you see, this one is already created as a swap space. So once you done it, so I mean, basically we just create a swap space, right? I mean, swap disk. Now we have to do simple, just make swap, make swap, and this time this one, and I guess we're done. And then just activate. If you see age, this is 6 GB. And if you want to see details, then get. See, this is partition, and this is file. This partition is using LVM, this is a file swap, and this is a disk partition. So this way you can create a disk partition. You can create a partition as a swap and directly use as a swap space. So we are, let's see what we did. We already covered this part. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can, yeah, definitely we can delete the swap spaces very easily, right? So say for example, if I want to if we want to delete the file system swap space, so we can create swap of this one, and then just delete the file rm minus v minus I. Okay, so we're done. Yes, so it's deleted, it's gone. And definitely you have to remove the entry from the FS tab. So we are done. The same way we can delete the partition with the F disk and remove the entry from the FS tab. And also if you want to delete the LVM swaps partition, all you have to do is VG remove and hold VG, and it will be gone forever. So I guess we are almost done. So let's see what else we have. Okay, swappiness is a parameter, right? This parameter is important. Sometimes we have to work on this. We have to change this parameter. What does this parameter do in swap? So this swappiness parameter, if it is, say for example, we can use this command, right? Say go, not here, we can try here. So if we copy and just try this, okay. So swappiness parameter is set for 30. What does it mean? It means that up to 70% process will be run on the memory. When it's cross the 70, then it will try the swappiness. It will try the swap space. it means that if it is 20, then if I set it in 20, it means that up to 80% when the uses of memory will be crossed 80%, then it will try swap space. Sometime what happened, as a matter of fact, some applications suggested this parameter. As a system admin, we have to change the parameter accordingly. Or sometime if we see that for some reason swap space is application is using more swap space, what you can do, you can reduce this parameter so that application can use more memory. If you have enough, if you see that this memory space is free but still application is using swap, so you can force it to reduce this parameter so that application has to use memory, not swap. So how to change it? It's a very simple command over here. If we put these things like 10, if we put it here 10, so put this 10, one more time, check, it's received 10. It means that up to 90% process will be on the memory. If it is crossed 90%, then it will go to swap space. So I guess you understand. It's basically this is a troubleshooting. Sometimes you have to do it because of the performance. It's based on your scenery, based on your suggestion from the application. You have to do it. So I guess you don't have to face any problem regarding LVM. I try my best to explain all the things regarding swap space, and if you have any query regarding swap space or LVM, you can put command in my channel. I'll try my best to answer the questions. So that's all for today. Until then, be good. Thank you.